Good morning, 9:13 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, June 7th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So let's go over an overview very quickly of what we're going to discuss on this morning update, as I've got to get to this because I've got some stuff going on later this morning. The kids' last day of school is today. The 11th grader is already out. The fourth grader will be out shortly, so it's a quick day today. XRP is up 0.7% to the 52.5 cent level. We've got Bitcoin up about 400 points to 71,200. We've got the XRP Bitcoin pairing that sits at the 737 sat level, so flat from yesterday. We've got the XRP market cap up about 212.27 million to 29.13 billion. So we'll go over an in-depth technical analysis. We have to talk about the Bank of International Settlement today, as Saudi Arabia joined, as the BRIC nations are on board here to for the CBDC project. The M Bridge is a full participant, so we'll go over what that is, as well as that was some news that was coming out last night. So we'll talk about the Bank of International Settlement, and then we'll also read this article about XRP, how the bulls are eyeing a long overdue price rebound, and we'll see if we can have the price appreciation we're looking for. Please make sure to hit that like button so that YouTube will recommend this update. It would be great to see a more wide base in the audience. If you could hit that like button and share this content, YouTube will recommend this update. It'll show up in the recommendations, and that means when someone's looking through the YouTube news feed, my content will pop up and we'll be able to expand the education to more and more people, and we'll be able to show the truth in the charts. Even though we want it to go a certain way, there is the possibility that it could break down on us. There's a possibility it could break out on us. So we like to have all the news from a charting and news perspective to make an educated and informed decision. So it's not just the technical analysis we look at in this community. We also look at some of the news that's building around the globe. We try to look at what's happening in the cryptocurrency sphere, and we try to look at what's happening within politics, just to see what our so-called elected officials are going to be doing next, even though we know the central banks run the world. So the Bank of International Settlement, that's a nice place to start to see what they're doing with their CBDC. And we'll see what's happening with the BRICS nation. So this is going to be a nice jam-packed update. Like I said, please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this update. If you look in the video description below and or pinned comments, you can find BITUNIX to trade XRP in the USA and worldwide with no VPN and the lowest spot and leverage trading fees I've found in the USA. There's MEXC as well, and that is where I trade the XRP Bitcoin pairing. And that's, if you're not in the USA or you already have an account in the USA, you'll be able to use it. Otherwise, it's very finicky, but it does have a lot of different cryptocurrencies that are just becoming put on the market, and others that we've come to know and love. So pay attention to the video description below and or pinned comments if you're looking for the exchanges I use, and stay away from exchanges like Uphold that will take an arm and a leg just to help you trade. If you're not a swing trader, it's a little bit different, but as a swing trader, it's very, very lucrative to not be using an exchange that takes 4 to 5% per trade. And like I've said, on $4,000 on BITUNIX, it cost me about $1.50 to trade, unlike Uphold where it was $280 in and out. So that's $560 compared to $3. So make sure to hit that like button. I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Welcome back, everybody, and I appreciate each and every one of you that has hit that like button so we continue to expand the coverage that we can give to a wider base, to a wider audience. If you do appreciate my work, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and join the over 21,600 subscribers. And if you do appreciate my work and you want to go above and beyond, consider joining Tom's Army, as I would love to see some new members, as we have slowed down quite a bit, but I will continue to work diligently. I'll continue to evolve my content, and I'll continue to put out what's needed. Or you can send one YouTube super chat per month as a way to pay it forward, as I don't do any paid promotions, advertisements, or sponsorships of any kind, as I do like for everybody to have a free viewing experience, and we continue to grow together. So as we see with XRP, it's at 52.5 cents. We continue to maintain this bear flag, bull flag setup. Yes, it becomes a little tedious day by day talking about it, but until it breaks out or breaks down one way or the other, this little bear flag, bull flag setup is still very much in play. We've talked about the last several days how we're anticipating a bounce to around that 53.7 cent mark. That can be invalidated if we lose the 51.1 cents. That would invalidate this thought process, and then that would put us below the cup and handle formation. So right now what we're looking for, if you're trading XRP, if you're looking to accumulate XRP, we're still looking for that retest at 53.7 cents to see if we get a rejection. But we're continuing to accumulate through this process as it's given us a very lengthy amount of time to consolidate, and not just through the consolidation, but during that lengthy consolidation, it gives us a chance to look at the overall prospect of the market and potentially accumulate into this, as I believe there's a lifetime opportunity that's developed here, as it's taken so long for the accumulation process or the consolidation to play out, that it's given some serious time for accumulation. Whether that means you were buying $50 a week over the last year and a half, or 2 years now, or whatever the case may be, it's given a sustained period of time to be able to fund what your belief is here. If you don't believe in cryptocurrency, if you don't believe XRP is going to do much, well, obviously it's not worth your time. But I would wholeheartedly tell everybody to take a second glance, take a look at where we're at with the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, see where we're at in the landscape of the United States right now when it comes to crypto. Even though there's a black eye in the US, underneath the scenes or below the scenes or away from the scenes, you're getting a different vibe. What's being shown on the mainstream narrative is one thing, but what's being done by the whales is a completely separate topic. The whales have continued to accumulate during this process, and there's a reason why the whales have not been turned off here. Yes, there's a lot of trading going in and out of exchanges, but there has been a lot of accumulation from 1 to 10 million holders, 10 million to 100 million XRP holders, a lot of accumulation, and there's a reason why. We still have the lingering thought that Ripple could dump 400 million additional XRP in the month of June, as they've already made way for that. So that's something that we will continue to watch and continue to be transparent about. If I see any news about that, I will break that as well. And we'll talk about that on the moment, or in the moment and on the spot when that comes out and becomes available to us. Right now, if we look at this from a 4-hourly, could be a reversal candle here, so we got to be careful. If we look at the smaller time frames, we have a lot of uncertainty today. Gold, silver is getting hammered today. Commodities, take a look at that sector. As I did pull a little bit of profits out, and I'm basically just standing with B2 Gold right now, as there was a hint late last night at a big reversal. We'll see if $2,300 holds and if $30 becomes resistance for silver. But I have unloaded a lot of my commodities now, except for B2 Gold, just because of positioning. And I'm going to look for an opportunity, if we do get the retracement now, of just adding on to B2 Gold and hanging out with my highest dividend. So that's what I'm looking at for precious metals, because there has been a pretty big reversal here this morning. It was down about $65. Now it's down about $49. Silver's down about 4.5%. So this could be the start of a little bit of a retracement. It did become oversold in the 1, 2, and 3 hourly. So we'll see exactly how it plays out today. But our higher concern here is cryptocurrencies, as Bitcoin is once again starting to put on a little bit of a rally. It's up to 71,373 this morning. We're up 574 points. We managed to hold the very critical 70,500 and change, and that would allow us to catapult up to 77,900 and some change. That's your confirmation of a... So basically we had a pennant flag that broke out with Bitcoin, and the confirmation on this inverse head and shoulders would be to hold that 70,536, which we've done so far, and it looks like we're bouncing off of it as of right now. And if this plays out in a bullish fashion, we could be pushing up another 7,000 points to 77,965. But that remains to be seen if we can bounce off of this support structure. Right now we are. Right now Bitcoin came out of the pennant flag, which is right here. Downtrending support, downtrending resistance on the pennant flag. Broke out, created an uptrending, or slight downtrending resistance on the expansion zone. Back tested, broke out above, and now the confirmation of the signal to 77,965 on the breakout and hold of the pennant flag. If you stay above 70,568, that will confirm that move in time to 77,965. That's the technical break up on the first tier from that pennant flag. If it gets on top of that, the entire bull flag can bring you up around 88K, if not more. So that's the setup we have for Bitcoin, and it is lining up pretty nicely right now, and it continues to hold that support. If we look at XRP on the cup and handle formation, we're still very much within the cup and handle. Looks like we put a nice reversal here in the daily, even though yesterday it was looking like a small reversal, but it was looking more bullish than bearish. So now today, if we can get a close, and it would be fantastic if tonight we're sitting here during the live at about 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and XRP is over 52.8 cents, we will engulf in the daily and start pushing back up, and we'll start forcing our way up first to 53.7, but ultimately up near this 56 cent level. That's ultimately where we're looking for a retest on the mid-tier handle resistance. So I'm very much watching this, and I'm continuing to stay optimistic. As long as we stay within this cup and handle formation bullishly, this can have a massive breakout. It's just the optics of if we were to break down this 51, in current times it's about 51.8 cents. If we were to break that down, that's when a big drop could happen, and one would anticipate a drop, especially if 51.1 cents is lost, for a retest if this scenario played out, back down to around the 39 cent area. 39 cent area would be appropriate. It still looks like we have this bull flag set up here with XRP in the short term. This guy's within a bear flag, so I still anticipate a rally back up. I still could see a move to 64 cents even if bearish, and then we can see how the bulls react, but I could certainly see a move into that area. So now that we've covered a lot of that, the XRP Bitcoin pairing, then we'll go into some reading. So the XRP Bitcoin pairing as of right now is at the 737 sat level, and as of right now, we're still looking for some positivity with price momentum. We're still consolidating. We're meeting up in the relative strength index on these separated time frames, where we're starting to push into the areas where we're going to meet with the oversold. Now we've pushed back down in the smaller time frame, so we could get another correction down, and it's going to take a while, but eventually this is going to reverse in our favor. But 710 is absolutely possible with this, depending on if we want to cut down here. Now that we're on the bottom side of that descending triangle, we absolutely could come down to the 710, and I'm absolutely willing to buy it all the way down to there. It's not a huge move from here, couple percent. So from the 735, you've got about 3.2% that you'd have to continue buying down. But eventually, XRP Bitcoin pairing is going to play out in our favor, and I've got over about $5,250 of my own money in it, and it's down about $75 to $90 right now. I haven't looked, but yesterday at this level it was down about 85 bucks, I want to say. So that's something that I'm building into, and I have over time, and it's allowed me an additional over 10,000 XRP during this lengthy consolidation. So I buy that on MEXC. That's in the video description below and our pinned comments if you're interested. You would buy Bitcoin and then sell it out into the XRP Bitcoin pairing, and that affords you the opportunity of even selling back into XRP if the price appreciates just in XRP, or if the ratio becomes more in our favor on the XRP Bitcoin pairing, you could sell it out through the ratio as well. So now I want to read this. XRP Bull's Eye Long Overdue Price Rebound. So XRP has remained relatively stagnant this month. Despite ambitions to curb the negative growth trends June has been known for over the past decade, while the reality is glaring, XRP bulls are eyeing what an analyst labeled as a long-due price rebound that might help the coin retest its highest level over the past year, pegged at 88.75 cents. What is XRP doing differently? While pressing for price growth, fundamentals are typically associated with imminent price growth moves. In the case of XRP, most of the efforts of the XRP Ledger developers have yielded little to no major price pumps. Despite the release of the Automated Market Maker (AMM) engine and the emergence of several functioning pools on the ledger, the price of XRP remains bound between the 48.7 cent and 55.6 cent price range over the past month. The impact of the price of the Ripple escrow lockup has also not impacted the price of XRP in the most preferred ways. With millions of XRP locked up and released from escrow monthly, there is an optimal level of dilution that has helped keep XRP in tune with meeting liquidity demands. Overall, market observers are concerned about XRP's growth trajectory, especially with the lingering lawsuit between the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and its associated blockchain payments firm, Ripple Labs. More innovators are suing for more decentralized applications, DApps, on the XRP ledger that can help drive the demand for XRP and ultimately its price. With the whale influence, many analysts considered the slow growth in the XRP price as its latent period. This is because the coin is highly favored by whale transactions that are generally see billions of XRP traded daily. When these fundamentals converge, analysts are optimistic that the price of XRP will not only breach the $1 level, but it might retest its all-time highs near $3.84. So a lot of whales are continuing to buy XRP despite retail just basically turning a blind eye. But now we're going to pay attention to the Bank of International Settlement and how Saudi Arabia joined the CBDC project. And basically, the BRICS nations are trying to create a new CBDC, and they're trying to have a new form of payment. So let's pay attention here. Saudi Arabia joins BIS, the Bank of International Settlement, CBDC Central Bank Digital Currency Project, and Bridge as a full participant. The Saudi Central Bank joins the central banks of China, Thailand, Hong Kong, and the United Arab Emirates in the project. Saudi Arabia's central bank has joined Project mBridge, a cross-border experiment with central bank digital currency CBDCs for international trade. As a full participant, the Switzerland-based Bank for International Settlements, BIS, announced Wednesday. Project mBridge was launched in 2021 as a collaboration between the BIS Innovation Arm and the central banks of China, Hong Kong, Thailand, and the United Arab Emirates, UAE, to test the viability of CBDCs for instantaneous cross-border trade and other payments using the project's blockchain, the mBridge ledger. BIS also announced Wednesday that Project mBridge has, after 3 years, reached the minimum viable product MVP stage and has requested private sector financial firms to propose new solutions and use cases that help develop the platform and showcase all its potential. In addition to mBridge's 6 full participants, 27 other official entities, including the International Monetary Fund, IMF, the World Bank, and the central banks of countries including Norway, South Korea, and Turkey, have signed on as observers to the project, giving them access to a sandbox for experimentation with the technology. Major global financial institutions, including Goldman Sachs, HSBC, and China's 6 biggest state-owned banks, are also working on the project. So that's something to pay very serious consideration to with the BIS when it comes to the creation of a central bank digital currency. And then the only other thing I wanted to read was Ripple CTO shuts down XRP abandonment speculation. So Ripple Chief Technology Officer David Schwartz recently debunked a particularly persistent misconception amid whispers of Ripple potentially abandoning its associated token. XRP Schwartz stepped in to clarify the situation. The seeming confusion emanated from the Ripple CTO's current bio post that reads, "When a scrappy financial startup takes on a web of corruption and betrayal to bring instant payments to the masses, they learn that the cost of disrupting the status quo is higher than they could have ever imagined, forcing them to decide between their vision and their survival." This statement has fueled rumors and speculation within the cryptocurrency community, with some interpreting it as a hint that Ripple might be moving away from XRP. An ex-user took to the post in question as implying that Ripple needed to sacrifice something in its vision to ensure its survival. In response to the growing speculation, Schwartz clarifies the nature of his post. He explained that the statement was not reflective of any real-world events. Instead, it was a fictional pitch for a hypothetical movie. Schwartz stated that the scenario described in his post have not occurred, thus any parallels drawn between the hypothetical musings and Ripple current operations are unfounded. It's just a fictional pitch for a fictional movie. The circumstances, hi Michaela, needed to make the pitch match reality haven't happened yet, David Joel Cat Schwartz. It's just a fictional pitch for a fictional movie. The circumstances needed to make the pitch match reality haven't happened yet. Schwartz responded by stating that the storyline in his bio post on X was purely fictional and should not be interpreted as a reflection of Ripple's strategy or actions regarding XRP. Schwartz's clarification remains crucial as Ripple gains traction with the impending launch of a stablecoin. Despite the speculation, there are no indications that Ripple plans to abandon XRP. On the contrary, Ripple has been actively working to expand the utility and adoption of XRP Ledger through various strategic partners. Ripple remains focused on its mission to revolutionize cross-border payments. The company has been involved in numerous initiatives aimed at enhancing the efficiency and reach of its blockchain technology, with XRP playing a central role in many of these efforts. Please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this update. Don't forget to give thanks to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and if you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments.